Freedom Fighters, welcome back to Freedom Homestead. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make ricotta cheese.
Actually, she's not. I am. Get out of here. Okay, so like Emily said, I'm going to show you today how to make ricotta cheese, but I shared with you in my grocery haul that I was going to be making ricotta cheese because I'm making lasagna tonight, and several of you said, please make a video, so I'm going to try. But honestly, if you want to learn from the experts, then look up Paula Butler. She's at Standing Stone Farms, and she has a fantastic video on how to make cheese, and it comes with a cheese making kit. I actually got this in my Homestead Box, and she just made it look really simple. So basically I'm just regurgitating the information that I learned from her. So let me show you really quick the things that you need to make ricotta cheese. It's super easy. So first you need a gallon of whole milk. You can use store-bought, you can use raw, whatever you have, but it needs to be whole milk. You also need a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. It can be ultra pasteurized. You're gonna be adding this at the very end just to make the texture a little more creamy. So it doesn't really matter if it's ultra pasteurized or not, it's up to you. You need some cheese salt or kosher salt. You also need some citric acid, and the tools you will need a slotted spoon, a mesh strainer. You need a cheesecloth. You also need a good stainless steel pot with a heavy bottom because you don't want your milk to scorch. So I'm gonna bring you in and do my best to walk you through it.
Before you even turn your heat source on, you're gonna pour in your gallon of milk, sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of cheese salt or kosher salt, and then you're going to sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of citric acid. To stir, you're not going to use a swirling motion. Rather, you're going to push your slotted spoon up and down your milk mixture to make sure you are pushing the citric acid and cheese salt to the bottom. We want our temperature to slowly get to 184, so I'm going to turn the heat to medium.
I have stirred this a few times. You just want to make sure that your milk is not sticking to the sides or the bottom, but you can already see I'm getting curds. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep letting this come up to temperature, and pretty soon we're gonna have yummy, delicious ricotta. Okay, so this has been going now for probably about 10 minutes or so. You can see I've got a lot of curds, and you have to make sure that you don't boil it. So I'm actually gonna turn this down and check the temperature. So you want it to reach 184. Right now I'm at 140. So I still have a little bit longer to go. But really being careful not to let the milk stick to the bottom or scorch. And really a better tool to use would be a heat-safe spatula, but I don't have one, so you just got to be really careful. But so far so good. This looks beautiful. To make cottage cheese, you do the exact same process, but instead of using whole milk, you would actually use 2%. So my daughter is currently making cupcakes with her friend. We've been doing this for 30 minutes. I'm going to check the temperature. We're just a little over 160, so hopefully in the next few minutes we will be getting up to 184. So my milk has come up to 184. I'm giving it one more good stir to get what's on the bottom off. And now I'm going to remove it from the heat, cover it, and check back on it in 15 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been well over 15 minutes, just cleaning up the mess and doing some other things. So it's been quite a while, and my curds and whey have been sitting covered. And now it is time to separate the curds and whey. So I have a good sized bowl and a mesh strainer, and I'm just gonna lay this cheesecloth in here. And then I'm gonna take this smaller cheesecloth and I'm gonna dip out the curds from the whey. And let me show you. Okay, so right here on the top are my curds, and when I tilt it, right there, and you see that milky kind of liquidy, that's the whey. So we're going to skim the curds off and put them in here to drain. So here we go. I'll just show you a close-up. And I'm just dipping this mesh strainer. And the reason why you don't want to pour it right into the cheesecloth is because that hot whey will begin to melt the cheese. I'm just going to put this right here. I'll go back in here. Back to this. And that was delicious. After I put all the curd in here, I just kind of squeeze the cheesecloth to get some of that extra moisture out. So as you can see, it's a lot more dry. It's kind of crumbly. It's more dry and crumbly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir in the remaining cheese salt. But it is so good.
For some reason, I accidentally didn't record me stirring in the last teaspoon of cheese salt, but once I did that, I squeezed the excess moisture out of the cheese from the cheesecloth, and now I'm putting the ricotta cheese into a bowl, and it's time to add the heavy whipping cream, which this step is actually optional, but since I am going to be spreading this on lasagna noodles, I wanted to make sure that my ricotta cheese was really smooth. So I ended up adding probably a half a cup or a fourth of a cup of cream, and it turned out wonderfully. You do want to make sure that you gently fold in your heavy whipping cream and not stir all willy-nilly.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell next to it. That just notifies you each time we upload a new video. If you do try out this recipe, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know how you like it. So, that's it. Bye, y'all.
That's a wrap. You guys, I could eat it like this with a spoon.
She did last time.
Yes, I did.
And it was dusty last time.
It was worth it.
Here you go. I'm trying to think about what you want me to say. I don't remember. Stuff on her tail. I know, I have to do this.
She's so cute.
That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, go ahead and hit thumbs down. It doesn't really matter to us. If you celebrated the first time we had a thumbs down.
Oh, I know.
She got happy. She was so excited. She's like, we have trolls! Yay!
It's not trolls, it's just people that don't like the video.
Oh, you should have seen her. You should have seen her the first time we had our first hate comment. She was jumping for joy.
Which is weird.
She was like, we're going places!
Exactly.
Okay. Alright, let me try. Okay. Alright, so that is all for today's video. I hope you... Alright, that is...